Let's get it. What's the word? It's your boy Dre Franco. And this ain't a debate, but can you relate? Shout out my boy Tank, man. He couldn't make it today. But
can you relate?
Yeah. But I do got my boy Andrew up in here, man. But those that don't know him, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. And for those who do know him, he gonna reintroduce himself.
Damn, I never really introduced myself before anything. It's my first podcast ever.
Oh wow! So this is first podcast.
Hey man, you popped the cherry. So
Hey! Let's get ready.
So my name is Andrew. I manage Huntington Films, co-manage Roman's the big boss, and I help him with everything. We do it together, and yeah, we're a video production company. We work with a lot of local businesses in the high desert, down the hill. Yeah, pretty much just video production, anything, monthly content, all that stuff we take care of.
All right, that's what's up. I mean, if y'all didn't know, y'all got to go back to our other podcast. We did have his co-partner or
Big Boss. Just say Big Boss.
I feel like
Boss.
All right, Big Boss. Well, I don't know. Y'all are so like I wouldn't say. I mean, y'all so even to me. I don't know, man. I feel like it takes a team for both of y'all. Y'all couldn't do it one without the other. So I do say we did have that podcast with him, so y'all can go tap in with him and see how his upbringing was and how he came about with Huntington Films and everything, and we gonna get his side of the story. So this is the other half of Huntington Films, y'all. If y'all didn't know, y'all do now. You hear me?
Yep.
So let's get it started with, man. Where you like grew up at?
I mean, first before I say anything, I just want to let you know, like, I'm proud of all this stuff, bro. Like, I remember when you were in the other room.
Oh man,
it was a lot smaller.
Hey, let's get on to that, cause this dude been he's been a great supporter, and he has been helping us behind the scenes with making this come together, man. For real. Like, and I do believe it's cause he believed in us.
Oh, definitely.
And I really appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate it, cause I like everything y'all do, especially on Huntington Films, man. If y'all didn't know, we got shirts in the background, all of that, man. They got merch, they got everything. So tap in with Huntington Films, man. But like I say, I do appreciate that, bro. We don't get too many flowers yet. Like, we just starting, we just coming up, but we like to see we get support from the big people and the little people, man.
Yeah, like, and I have a soft spot for podcasts just because I've started like 3 in the past by myself, and like they went nowhere. So I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So when I seen that you were doing it, I'm like, heck yeah, like whatever I can do to support you. That's all I really care about, or that's all I really did care about. Whenever I help anybody, like, I see the vision, and I know whatever my skills that I have, I can help it, grow.
Man, I do want to say that because, like, and I appreciate that, but I do want to say this is not hard. People think this shit is easy. Like, this podcast and stuff, this is not hard. I do want to say me and Tank, we like a 2-man band crew. We do all of this ourselves, like behind the scene, everything. So when we do get the help of him with Andrew and Huntington Films, man, is definitely a big help.
You mean it is hard?
Oh, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard.
Okay, you're saying that it wasn't hard.
And no, it's like, bro, this is not easy. That's what I want to say. This is definitely not easy, bro. This is like real hard to do, especially with just like me and him. So I understand how y'all even do it. Like, from when y'all coming up, I know, man, y'all got so many different locations, so many different films, so many different edits, so many different. It's just a lot. It's just a lot just for y'all to be to y'all too. And I see that y'all growing now too. So explain a little bit on that. Like, how does it take a team to keep your company going?
I mean, Roman kind of set the model for me because when I first started, he was by himself, so he had really no one to help him. Mm-hmm. I was the first person to come across like his pathway, and we ended up I just kept bugging him, like, hey, can I come to the office? Hey, can I come to the office? Like, what are you doing? Like, can I see what you're doing? Like, just bugging him all the time. And then he was just already annoyed, like, all right, come on. And then just helped him out, and he just noticed, like, shoot, he realized, like, damn, I really do need help with the shoots and, like, another person to guide, like, the settings or whatever stuff that I was helping at the time. Like, he realized, like, damn, like, I've been doing this all by myself, but I need someone else to take it to the next level with me.
Exactly. So let's just go back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I do want to know, like, where you grew up at, how you was raised, what type of boy you was in school. Like, I want to know all of that, man.
Oh
Take us
man.
back.
So I grew up in Eagle Rock, California.
Where is
Like
that?
near Pasadena, Glendale.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
right between there were the Rose Boys, like the next.
I got you.
Okay, so I grew up there. My parents were never together. Like they had me, but they just ended up splitting before I was born.
So you didn't grow up with two parents in the household?
No. Well, I with stepdads. I grew up with
Okay.
multiple stepdads. So that was weird. Where I had no idea. Like, is this my real dad? And going to my real dad's house on the weekends. But this guy's staying here, and then so I had my brother and my sister from that stepdad. So it was kind of like a dad because he was there for years, and then they split up, and then she met someone else, and now they're together. Thank God that like
That lasted.
yeah, they last. They're still to this day like,
Okay.
together. But at that time when I was just having multiple, like in my head, like multiple step or dads. Like in school, I was just confused, angry. So I would just lash out on people, like be a bully. And like in elementary, like 1st through 5th grade, I was really like I was bad. Just didn't want to learn. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to play kickball and dodgeball. That's it.
That's what I did want to ask you. Like, how did that affect you growing up, like, without having your real father in your household?
It definitely affected me because now, like, I'm gonna have to, since you don't really know, like, I wouldn't say the rules, but you don't know, like, okay, this is your stepdad, even though he's like the man of the house, to respect his rules. But every human being or like father figure has their different ways of looking at life and
Structure, basically.
Yeah, structure for I want to raise this kid like this. So I was kind of under his structure, and then my dad has his structure. So I'm trying to like, okay, well, who's right? So I mean, thank God my dad didn't have problems like with any of my mom or my stepdad. Like, no, your mom's crazy. Like, my parents never spoke bad about each other whatsoever.
That's good.
Which I was really grateful for.
Yeah.
But I still lashed out. I flunked 2nd grade because of that. So I had to reset. I went to summer school, and then during summer school, I had my stepdad come with me in class
to watch over you,
to watch over me, sit down and see what's going on. That didn't work. So then they ended up calling my real dad, and then he came in and was watching me doing. So then I'm in school, and everyone knows like you had 2 dads.
How do you explain that at a young age, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I had no idea. I thought it was normal, but everyone else, like their whatever, like their household is like, I have 1 dad and you have 2 dads coming to school. Like they probably thought it was cool, or they probably thought it just making fun of me.
That's crazy.
So I lashed out, just confusion, and even if they did try to explain to me, I still would never grasp the idea of that's how life works. Where sometimes they're not going to be together.
So growing up with no father, how did that, like, now that you have kids, how is that?
How do I so I mean, I just know now, like, to be with my 2 kids. So I have 2 daughters and my wife. So like, just be there.
Did that push you even like?
Oh hell yeah, definitely. Like I don't like my wife she doesn't get scared, but she's just like, okay, I hope you're not with me because you don't want to leave me. Not that she says leave me, but it's more like
just the kids not keeping you here.
Yeah, like I don't want you to feel like you need to be here because your parents weren't there for you. So like we don't always have that. Like in the beginning we did, but now like we're in a good place in our marriage. So I'm grateful. Thank you, Tamron.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Tamron, my wife. So so I just know like, okay, be there, present, be present with them, be always there. And it is hard to balance with Huntington Films and other stuff that I'm always doing all the time, and then come home and like with Huntington Films, it's not something I can, but it's not easy to just, okay, that's work. Because sometimes clients were, hey, like, can we film maybe tomorrow? I'll pay you. So it's like, okay, I got to answer those phone calls or text messages.
My bad to cut you off.
No, you're good.
So it's safe to say it's like you work for yourself, though.
Oh, definitely.
You your own boss.
Yeah,
you
man,
work
discipline.
for yourself, and that's pretty good, especially with this day and age when everything is pretty hard to get about. And now we knowing with all this artificial intelligence and shit coming out, it's just like it's definitely hard. So for you to have your own job and you have your own business and to work for yourself and to create your own infrastructure and ownership, bro. I think that's real cool, bro, for you to be young and having your own like that. That's it's something you can call your own. So I asked Roman, how did y'all come up with the name? Did you have any input on that?
No, so he already had it like established, like 2 years. He was already doing it by himself.
Got you.
So, but like back to what you were saying, you know, like I worked over 20 jobs before I even got to this point. So people who think like the young kids right now that they have an issue with working because they don't want to be under someone else. Like I want to start my own thing. It's like work those jobs so you can learn experience. You can get all that experience from McDonald's or whatever, Sears, JCPenney's, whatever. The mall is the perfect place to get experience from. My past experience, I used to sell makeup in Ontario Mills. And here, the Micah Beauty and Victorville Mall when I was up here. And I was doing that for years, and I learned like the sales aspect. So like I took all that experience, and now I pitch it to clients. Now like I just switch it. I believe in the product, so instead of the makeup, we switch it with videography.
Exactly.
We can create this ad, and do a video for you. So I would always like whoever I talk to, like my younger brothers, like just find whatever jobs. Don't feel like you gotta be there for years to get it on your resume. It's like. You'll eventually find your passion during doing all that crap jobs.
And it's going to work out for you in the end. Like, if you put that into what you're trying to do, I understand what you're saying. Like, you definitely have to implement what you learned in the 9 to 5 to run your own business.
Yeah.
Like, certain little things, for sure.
And I did not think I was going to be here at all. I would just make funny videos, like how Roman, like when I don't know if you've seen that recent video he posted today, like,
yeah, which he was like dancing
like
with guitar.
I was doing the same exact thing just with my group of friends. And I just kept at it, just doing it for over 10 years, like 10 years almost. I think next year or this year is 10 years, but over 10 years of just making content for myself and making myself laugh and friends laugh and just always having family members or people like, why are you doing it for what? Like you just want attention. And it was kind of for attention, but it was just a creative out. How do you say it? Creative,
like
a creative output.
Yeah, there you go.
Outlet. Creative outlet. There you go. So that's how I dealt with being bored. When I was bored, come up with the idea, and then let's execute it. You know, so I respect Roman because he was able to do all that stuff in Walmart and Winco. Like for me, like I just had to make content at home. Like
I was just about to ask you that. So do you remember your first video? Like what even got you into filming, and like what made you what video you first made and it was like, all right, this is something I want to do?
Yeah, all my phones right. So my first video, the as far back I can remember would be like on YouTube, just lip singing like Drake's Marvin Room. So I was just lip singing like cups of the rose, and then just at that time.
Did you like have a haircut and everything looking like him, or not really?
It was just we were filming in my friend's house.
Got you.
And I just had glasses on, and we were just. I always wanted to be in front of the camera. I didn't really care. Like I'll embarrass myself. I'll lip sync whatever. I'll be in underwears and just whatever. So we would just make content like that. So it was just making lip syncing like Drake Cole videos, Drake videos. I don't want to say multiple. It was just like one each. Like DJ Rowdy A when Gotham was big.
Rest in peace, DJ Rowdy A.
Yeah, like when the sun comes down. So we would just we would have dreads, a wig, and so we had to put it. We always wanted to go to Gotham, but we never just could afford to drive down there.
Yeah,
to go. So I was just like, damn.
Gotham was lit. If I went one time, if you know, man. Gotham was definitely lit.
So just those are like the earliest videos before we filmed it like on the BlackBerry. And edited on BlackBerry iMovie.
Yeah.
But then Instagram came around, and before the videos started, like I was doing like putting pictures, like 4 different squares. Like the first scene would be like, I remember the one like doing like the Little John, like shot, like 1 shot, 2 shots. So I would do like 1 shot and it was NyQuil. Or I was doing 1 shot and it was blue. You didn't see what it was. And then like 1 shot, 2 shot, and then 3 shot. And then it was like 4. And then like I was asleep on the floor with the NyQuil bottle. So I kind of seen it in my head like, okay, the story of you seeing me taking shots.
Exactly.
And then the last thing is like, oh, it's NyQuil. Okay. I just thought it was clever, and I just putting in pictures, and then just putting text over, like just started getting more elaborate with like texting over like me talking to someone. And then once Instagram started putting out like video content, and then I was just like making cringe videos of lip singing videos and just different stuff that I seen.
Did you ever get through like the Vine wave?
Yeah, I went through Vine, like the 7-second videos.
Mm-hmm.
I was more like a consumer on that, just
Mm-hmm.
by taking in all the Logan Pauls and all the funny
Mm-hmm.
people. At the time, were funny. Now I'm like, they don't really make content like that. But yeah, I was doing Vines too. I wasn't really successful at it just because I had no idea how to do it.
But you understood how to make a video, make a therapy and a formula and a storyboard.
Yeah.
To go like 1, 2, 3, 4, beginning, middle, and end. So, with that being said, who was you looking up to? Like, any directors you was looking up to?
I still don't even know directors now.
No. All right, so let's get back to the social media and everything, because now your Instagram and everything and TikTok is pretty much going popping right now. You're going viral. What was your most viral video like when you seen on social media? You was like, "This is it."
The first one was me kicking the ball like a drone,
Mm-hmm.
like pretending like I'm taping the phone onto a ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kicking it like right there at that church in Victorville. I don't know what, like Armagosa or Elevado. So I just seen a tower, and I was just, first off, it wasn't my original idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'd seen someone on TikTok do it like at a temple in India.
Gotcha.
And I sent it to Roman like, hey, bro, we should do this. So Roman's always busy doing other stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I have a lot more free time than him.
Shout out Tank.
Shout out Tank. So, I mean, same thing, like, you know, like that person's always busy. So I have to like make the content myself. Yeah. So I ended up doing it. And I had no idea, like there was no like marketing or like this is going to go viral. I make every single one of my content is just because I find it fun, spur of the moment. I find it fun to do and funny. So I just do it and release it. I don't think like, oh, this is going to go viral. Because then that starts to get to your head like.
Yeah, if some don't do what it's supposed to do.
So I kick the ball up and then it spins around. Like the first shot I made it look like it was going up and over the tower. And then after I did like a 360 around the tower. So I'm like, oh. Like it was just to be meta and dumb about it. That went viral like that day, and I was tripping. I was like, "What the hell?" And me and Roman were like, "What, bro? Like TikTok's gonna do something for us." And he just told me like since then he was like, "Bro, just take TikTok. Like just continue to go with it. You got the vision. Just do it. I trust you." And since then, like that was the first one, and then we just did I think like 2 more videos after that. Not right after, like a year later, we did other videos that went like pretty popular. Not on TikTok, but like other platforms do better than
certain platforms. Yeah. So how did you start getting sponsored deals?
We don't.
You don't. So that's what I was. That's why I knew that was a thing. But you do have stuff like you'll grab something and put it in a video, and people might repost you. So how does that feel to getting reposted and getting noticed from these bigger companies?
It feels good. You know, at first it's like it's exciting and fun. Like, oh shoot, you're being recognized, but like the more videos that you make and then they continue to do it, then it's like, okay, well, where is this going?
Exactly.
You know, so like.
So are you looking for to be any sponsors or any?
I would say yes, but I really don't know what comes with the sponsor.
Exactly.
Like I would love to give me your equipment, but then what comes with it? Like, do I have to make content for you? Now I have to, you know, say a script, and that's not my normal content that I make. So if they can just, I mean, if it's ideally, I would like to. Yeah, you know what? If you do trust, if we have a mutual agreement, you give me you give me whatever product that I like. If I know I sound ignorant about it, but like I'm just in my head, like that's how. Just give me your product, and then I'll come up with something funny, relatable.
Exactly.
That's appropriate. I have made inappropriate stuff like with drones and other stuff, so I can understand where they would feel like all right, we'll make it appropriate, Andrew. So. And then just, all right, here you go. Here's it's like ship posting kind of. Like some brands get it where like, let's just ship post our product.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's going to get attention already. So I would like to make content like that where it's just making fun of the product and like kind of being meta about
I got you. So what do you like filming more? Is it businesses, skits, music videos?
Right now I like filming more businesses. I'm like is it writer's block? Or like content creators block.
Content creators.
Yeah, like so I'm right now like in a content block or creators block right now where, you know, it's just becoming like Huntington. Us, we manage or we create content for like 3 big clients, like the Toyota dealership and another college.
Oh, shout out.
So I have like it was just easy for me to just make content for myself where I'm just in front of the camera. I have all the time in the world. And it's not even just that, like that's just one part of my day. Then I got to balance, okay, make content. Now reach out to clients. Now let's schedule some videos. Now go out to shoot videos. Now edit videos if I'm editing. Go film it and then follow up with more clients. So it's
and then get the turnaround to get that work back out.
And then, yeah, it never ends. So, okay, get more clients. So, like, every day, you know, I have to be disciplined. And
So
Roman,
not to cut you off. I was going to ask you, how do you gain potential clients? How do you get your potential clients?
Just calling them, cold DMs, cold calls. I mean, it's easy for me to just, hey, what's up? Like, it's easy for me to just get on a phone call. Like, I know at first it's nerve-wracking, like, hey, it's me. But for me, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then, no, okay, that's completely fine. I just want to introduce ourselves. You know, I'm not here to sell you. I'm just here to let you know that we exist. And if you ever need anything in the future, we're here. Oh, okay, cool. What's your email? And then I'll get, oh, yeah, so what's your email? If anything in the future, I'll follow up. When can I follow up with you next week? In 2 weeks from now, a month from now? Oh, they'll kind of brush you off. Oh, yeah, like in a month from now. You just keep doing that, and then eventually you're going to get in their graces where, oh, okay, like we need you. You've been persistent. And we respect that, and we like your work, so let's do it.
Have you ever went up to a business and like gave them a promo video and they was for free, and then they was like, "Hey, this is pretty good. Now I really want to work with you guys," and like locked them in
all the time. That's how I first started. I love doing that. I love doing that. That's like my favorite thing to do. Roman absolutely hates it just because, bro, like you know your worth, bro. Like
yeah.
I'm like, it's not that I know my worth. It's just more like building the community. I help them. They appreciate it. It helps their business. Now they know Huntington Films. They know Andrew, Roman. And, yeah, whenever in the future, if they ever do need it, we're always here. They're going to remember that.
Exactly.
You know, not a lot of people do stuff like that. And if they do that, it usually there's a catch to it. So I always reassure them there's no catch to it at all. I'm just doing this because either I have no experience in that field or I'm just really trying to help you out. There's no catch. All I would ask is to tag us. If you can do that, at least do that. That's the only catch I would say.
At least.
So I always have to reassure them because if someone were to come to me like, I want to do for Huntington Film, like, okay, well, what's the catch? And I'll tell them straight up, like, what's the catch? And then you can usually tell, like, if they're being genuine about it or not.
Gotcha. So what's like the hardest clients you ever dealt with? Do you have any experience of
just
dealing with a hard client?
Just picky clients. I would say picky where it's like, I would say the hardest client is when you don't have a contract set for them. So the contract is set, you get one video and like 3 revisions or 2 revisions. If you don't have that contract, then even though it's like you take my word that you're going to get 2 revisions and I'm going to take your word that you're going to respect that. But sometimes, well, I just need this video done. I need to get it more revisions. Here's another, like, can you continue to edit? And then you're just going back and forth on like there's no boundaries. So
you should have locked something in,
You have to set those boundaries by contract because sometimes taking your word or taking a client's word for it isn't really enough to,
go off word.
Yeah, unless you have that relationship with that client, then I don't mind, going above and beyond for you because we've have a relationship where you've helped me or, there's a relationship with that.
So did you ever have to decline working with someone?
Yeah, but it wasn't more. I've declined just working with people for free or for exposure. So that's the only thing, like, I would say, like, at the time I was all for it to do that, but now I just don't have the time or I don't want to film that anymore. So
I was just about to ask you, is it any content you wouldn't film?
I'd say OnlyFans. I bring that up because you brought it up last week or earlier.
I would.
So you had mentioned like, oh, so you can do OnlyFans if someone pays you? Like, honestly, I wouldn't jeopardize my marriage for it.
Yeah.
So I would rather talk to my wife like what's appropriate. And of course she would be like, that's not appropriate.
You're not about to be all up under a month.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's angles for that, bro. You gonna be some shit gonna get on you.
Yeah. So I rather, the money comes with a lot of stuff with like, if you're gonna take that money, then you need to know like what comes with it.
Yeah.
So
all money ain't good money.
Exactly. So Roman and I know that, and I at least know like if I'm gonna take money from a stripper or what that never really happened. But if that were to come, then I wouldn't be the one taking that deal. Like if Roman wants to take it, then he would feel comfortable doing it because he's single and does whatever he wants. Like by all means, like I'm just not.
But what about you? You're gonna have to edit it though.
I'm not gonna edit it.
You ain't gotta be there, dog. That would. I just.
I would talk to my wife about it first. Like, hey, you know what? If it's okay with editing, then yeah.
So, did you grow up watching any type of sitcoms or shows?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, my uncle. So on top of like my stepdad's coming in, my uncle lived with us, so he was like really big influence on movies, TV shows like Family Guy and Dave Chappelle. That's always and Sunny Philadelphia.
So, can you possibly say that's where you get your comedic?
Oh, definitely.
Humor
my uncle,
from?
yeah, my uncle was he is like the big influence. That's why I have like being like witty and being funny like all the time.
Yeah, especially on TikTok and Instagram. If y'all see his videos, he be thinking of some of the craziest things, and it's funny. His humor is very funny because honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, I see him like every other day, bro. But when I see him on this internet, I be like, bro, this is two different people. This is not the same dude I be talking to because he on the internet, he has no like no pause, no nothing. Like he's energetic. He does him, bro. I can honestly say that. And you feel me? He's comfortable with himself. And I think that's very, very cool. But it's just like, I'm telling y'all, when I see him on a day-to-day basis and when I see him on the internet, I'm like, bro, he's a funny dude. He's a different star, like for real.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. I feel like I learned a lot about you. I don't know. Is it anything that you want your viewers to know about you that comes with the camera thing? I did want to ask you, what do you shoot with and what do you edit with?
Sony A7 IIIs we shoot mainly, and we usually edit on CapCut or Premiere Pro.
Got you.
As far as anyone knowing anything about me, like nothing really. I don't own Huntington Films whatsoever. I don't claim to own it. I don't have a big ego. I came into Huntington Films wanting to grow it, not to start my own thing. So that's one thing where a lot of young people coming up want to just they might want to grow with that, but to do their own thing because they have their own goals. Where me, I seen the vision. I don't want to say I seen the vision, but I just liked what Roman was doing, and I just wanted to just continue to grow that. So when I see other videographers that wanted, like, oh, I got to do my own thing, it's like I can come from your perspective because, I'm not the owner of Huntington Films. So, like, I don't look at them different. I just know, like, it's more like an ego thing or, like, you need some, I don't know. It might be like, because that's their goal in life, to have their own business.
I did want to ask you, though, what is your goal of filming, like coming out of filming?
I don't know. I really don't have a goal, and that's another thing too. Like
no short films, no movies.
I don't want to make films. Like I'm not. That's not. I don't really have. I only have a passion in
being behind that camera.
Not even being behind it, because I just like creating content.
Got you.
That's it. But
as long as you want to feel with the camera, you don't care if you're working for Fox News behind the scene.
No, I mean it would definitely be Huntington Films. Like everything is all for Huntington Films.
Got you.
So as long as I can help this grow and get people under us, build systems for people to,
maybe like a production company. Like if somebody filming a short movie over there, you send all your people over there to do it, and that type of thing.
And make sure, okay, are they there, and who went, blah blah blah. Like have a system already. Like it's all good. That's pretty much it. Like I really don't have a vision of what my end goal is. I don't have a passion for camera work. I don't have a passion to edit. I don't have a passion. All I know is just to content create.
Did you go to school for it?
No.
This is all self-taught?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, bro. That's pretty good, man. We gonna wrap it up. We gonna get up out of here, though, man. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah,
like
man,
I said, if it was anything you want to get off your chest, you want to let them know. Tell them where to find you. And, man, just keep the content coming, bro, because you was killing it with the content. I love everything you doing. I know you and Roman been locked in, working with a lot of businesses lately. I've been pretty busy lately to the point that y'all had to hire more people, so you having a team. So that's why I say, man, I like what y'all doing over there, and I appreciate
Thank you.
The flowers you gave me, too. And Tank, Tari, you couldn't hear them. I'm going to accept the flowers on his behalf.
Can you relate?
Yeah, but this ain't a debate.
And can you relate?
He got it. All right, man, we out of here, man. Ganging him.
I see you guys.